All right. YouTube, what's happening? I hope this is on. YouTube, are you here? Are you watching? I got my video guy here, Mike, just to let you guys know, if you are watching out there, Mike is here. He's going to help me. He's going to pass me questions on my little iPad here. And so when you submit them in the chat, he's going to update them here, and I'm going to be able to answer your questions. So post those questions now. I'm going to talk here for a minute, and then once you guys have had a chance to post some of your comments, your questions, I'll have some to answer. So yeah, go ahead and post your questions. Thanks for joining, by the way, guys. I really appreciate it. And please have patience, because I don't know if you joined my last Facebook or YouTube live call, but it was a little sketchy on the technical stuff. I'm still learning. It's actually really complicated to do these YouTube live streaming. So I may do that this on Facebook next time. It looks a little easier, but hopefully you guys can hear and see me okay. And one thing I am going to do on this call is I'm going to give away 3 months of free one-on-one coaching with me. So that's a value of about $300. So basically, I'm just going to randomly give that away about 5 minutes after we end the call, and I'm going to announce the winner's name on my Facebook fan page. So if you want 3 months of free coaching, all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Facebook page. I think you can see the links there. It's facebook.com/bbrowning. And YouTube, I mean, you're already on my YouTube channel, so just subscribe and like, and then you will be entered to win 3 months of free coaching. And check my Facebook fan page, that one, 5 minutes after we end this call or video, and you may be the winner. I will post the name on YouTube, because I can only see your guys' YouTube handles. So I'll post that, and then you can reach out to me, and I will get you hooked up, and we'll talk for 3 months for free. So we're going to talk breakups here today. We're not going to do a lot of marriage stuff, although if you do have marriage questions, go ahead and throw them in there, and I'll see if I can answer one or two. But we're mainly going to be talking about how to get your ex back. So throw your questions up there. I'm going to answer the first couple in a second here. What else do I want to talk about on this call? Nothing. Let's go right into the question. So I can see that we've already getting a bunch, so thanks for your question, guys. Let's go with a question here. I got one from Hugh Gillen. And Hugh is asking, what do you do when you were not needy? Presumably he means during the relationship. Yet, however, you hurt your ex by lying. Well, I'm not going to preach about lying, because obviously you know you shouldn't lie. But really, I'm just going to readjust this, because you can't really see in the center. So he's basically lied in his relationship, and he wasn't needy, so it sounds like that wasn't a problem, but the lying was. So basically, I think Hugh, the first thing you need to do is make it clear that you're sorry and that you actually regret lying. So if you haven't done that already, I generally suggest one very sincere apology message, sort of say, I realize that I shouldn't have lied. I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to do that again, that kind of thing. And then you just leave them alone for a while, right, to process that, to let go of some of the negativity of the lying. And obviously, of course, if you do get back together, or if you're hanging out and talking to them again, don't lie, right? I mean, that's a problem in the past, so if it happens again, it's going to be probably a game breaker, so don't lie. But I think one sincere, heartfelt apology and making it clear that you do regret what you did, basically, is the way to go there. Awesome. Thanks for the question, Hugh. Let's go to another one here. Let's see, what do I got? Thanks, Mike. You want to say hey to the YouTube crowd? Hey, that's Mike. He's my video guy. He's awesome. So if you like the video editing on my channel, Mike's the man. So how about one here from Mohammed A. Mohammed says, hey, Brad, I took your ex-back quiz and I got a score of 58 out of 100. I'm thinking it's hopeless now, so do you think I should give up? Well, Mohammed, thank you for taking the quiz. And if you guys want to take that quiz as well, basically what it does is you answer a bunch of questions, and the quiz, which I made myself over like a year with a programmer, analyzes your answers and calculates your odds of getting your ex back, basically. So if you want to try that quiz that Mohammed took for yourself, it's at breakupbrad.com/quiz. It's free. It takes like 5-10 minutes, so you can do that after the call here. And Mohammed got a score of 58, and he wonders if he should now give up. To be honest, Mohammed, 58 is not a very good score. I don't know what your exact answers were, so if you want to talk to me one-on-one, coaching, breakupbrad.com/coaching, you can sign up, we can talk. 58's not great. I mean, it's probably in the range where you want to start thinking about potentially moving on. Again, I don't know about your situation, but 58's not a score that's going to be, I think the category that I have that in is, not looking good, something like that. So Sorry to break the bad news. It's still possible. Maybe your situation is salvageable, but 58 is not great. So breakupbrad.com/quiz if you guys want to take that quiz for yourselves. Thanks for the question, Mohammed. All right, let's go down here to another one. Oh man, so many choices. Linda Mackey. Linda says, my ex dumped me 3 weeks ago, but keeps liking my Facebook posts. Is he still interested? I can't say obviously because I don't know him. It's a good sign. It means that he's generally obviously still aware that you're around. At the same time, I wouldn't read anything into it, to be honest, Linda. It's possible he's just scrolling through his feed and clicking like on everything. Or he just wants to, be on good terms with you after the breakup. I wouldn't read anything into those kinds of sort of small little details, because generally, maybe you will be correct in whatever you're assessing his, what those likes mean, but you may also be wrong. So, and that's, you don't want to be guessing and acting on something that's incorrect. So I would say just don't worry about it. Don't overthink it, and stick to what you can control. So as far as getting your ex back, it's a lot more productive to focus on the things that you actually can control, like what you're saying in your Facebook posts or what you're doing, for yourself during no contact, things like that. So yeah, that's my suggestion there. Thanks for the question. All right, and in case you guys are wondering if I look like I'm sweating, it's because it's about 1,000,000 degrees here in my office, and I gotta keep the door closed and the fan off because it'll be too loud, so I'm sitting here sweating. It's a warm day in Vancouver. Okay, how about another one here? 40 Suburban Hero asks, what's the best first step after no contact? Good question. For most people, I recommend using just a simple text message, like a one-liner. And the reason I like doing texts for the first one or two, times you contact your ex after the no contact period's over, is because it's really, harmless. It seems very innocuous to your ex, so they don't have to feel obligated to respond. It doesn't come across as, overbearing or too much. So I recommend just like a quick, funny or upbeat one-liner text. So you could say something, really just an inside joke, or send them a picture of a cat meme, whatever it is. Just make it fun, and just send that one message and then leave them alone. Even if they respond to that first message, I recommend you wait like at least a few days before you try to message back or say anything else again. And then slowly over time, you want to build up that interaction so that it sort of becomes more regular and you guys get back on a sort of a deeper connection. But yeah, you want to start with one or two quick, short, fun, upbeat texts. And actually, I've got a bunch of examples that I recommend sending in my program. So if you don't have already, you can just grab a copy at breakupbrad.com. And I have like literally a bunch of example messages in there that you can use for different stages of your reestablishing communication process. So thank you for that question. That's awesome. And let's move on again. Wow, I have so many to choose from. Thanks a lot for your questions, guys. I really appreciate it. And this is a good time for me to say, if I don't get to your question on this video, please don't get discouraged. Please leave it in the comments below the recorded version. So basically like 8 hours after we finish this call, I'll be posting the recorded version of this video on my channel, just like a regular video. And then you can leave your questions that I didn't get to in the comments below. And it might take me a few days. Usually it's 3 days or so. But I will read them, everything that you post in the comments below this video. So go ahead and leave them there if I don't get to them. Sorry. And yeah, hopefully I'll get to a bunch more. So let's keep moving. And let's go to one here from Angela G. It's a bit of a longer one, so I apologize. But Angela says, hi, Brad, you rock. Love your program. It's so helpful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Glad it was helpful. And if you guys want to try the program for risk-free, you can, breakupbrad.com. And like I said, it's 60 days, money-back guarantee. So my program, the X Factor Guide, is no risk, and it's going to help you like it helped Angela. So anyway, thank you, Angela. And her question is about her ex-boyfriend. And she says, I just finished the no contact period, and it worked because he texts me all the time now, and he never did before. But he also tried to sleep with me when we ran into each other last Saturday night. I didn't know what to do, so I made an excuse and left early. But if it happens again, is sex okay, or will it hurt my chances of him actually wanting to get back together in a real relationship again? Good question, Angela. Now, this is one of the rare issues where it sort of varies between men and women. So in this case, Angela obviously is a female, and she's trying to get her ex-boyfriend back. In this case, generally if you're a woman trying to get your ex-boyfriend back, I suggest you withhold sex. Basically, you don't want to get too intimate until basically he seems like he's ready to sort of commit again, and things are going really, really well. So you want to just sort of dangle that out there and flirt a lot, and you can give sort of off those sexual vibes and create some sexual tension to build the attraction. But you don't really want to sleep with him until you've sort of set the scene and got him to a point where he seems really, really into you and possibly thinking about getting back together. At that point, go ahead. Until then, I recommend you hold off from the sexual contact. For guys, if you're a dude out there watching and you're looking to get your ex-girlfriend back, I recommend sleeping with her as soon as possible. I mean, don't force it. Don't be, a dick about it. Don't be force it or do anything you shouldn't or wouldn't want to do normally. But sex is more of a emotionally bonding thing for women. So that's been proven by countless studies that women are sort of more emotionally affected by sex. It means more to them. So for the men out there, I would suggest if you have the opportunity to sleep with your ex-girlfriend, go for it, because it will help your cause, generally speaking. So as soon as you can, go to it. Thank you, Angela, for that question. Hopefully that answers it. And if you do run into him again and he says that, you don't have to be afraid to say something like, I don't think that's a good idea. I really wanted to be your girlfriend, but if we're not going to be in a relationship together, then I don't think that's a good idea for, whatever. Something like that, because then you're giving the clear signal that you don't really want to be with him unless it's in a relationship. So he's not going to have the ability to sleep with you unless he wants to take you back. Thank you, Angela. Okay, let's move on to another one here. Lidis, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Garcia says, "You're so handsome." Thank you very much. Thank you, I appreciate that, very flattering. My wife agrees, I guess. Okay, here's one, this is good. This is from Chris Tillery, and he says, "My wife won't stop talking to an old boyfriend, and I've told her it really bothers me, but she still keeps up." That's a good question, Chris, and it's a tough situation, I know. Now, really, the details are going to, my answer is going to depend on what the details of your situation are. If you've only told her once, then I suggest you do it again now and make it really clear. And you want to be really mature about it, right? You want to be very, you don't want to be confrontational. You don't want to create any drama. Just sit down and say, hey, I know that you've been texting with your ex-boyfriend, and even though I trust you and I know that it doesn't mean anything, it really does bother me. So, please consider, out of consideration of my feelings and my emotions, please consider doing it less or keeping the contact limited. And I think that's a reasonable thing to ask in a marriage, assuming this is more than like a, once in a while kind of texting thing. You can't control her friends, and if she wants to hang out with somebody, a male, that's okay. You kind of have to let her, you don't get to control her life. But at the same time, you also need to make clear when you're not comfortable with those kinds of situations. So if you have only done that once, that's my recommendation. If you already have made that clear multiple times, that's a little bit more of a complicated situation. So sign up for coaching, and I can give you a more detailed answer based on your actual situation. But hopefully that helps a little bit. Thank you for the question. Oh man, these are such good questions. Okay, so here's one from Raw Romando. Sorry if I'm butchering these names, guys. Raw Romando says, "Ex just broke up with her rebound that lasted about 8 months. What should be my next move?" Well, first, 8 months is pretty long for a rebound, depending on how long you and this ex were together. I mean, if you guys were together for 7 years, it was really serious, and then this was an 8 month rebound, and you know for sure it was a rebound and not something serious, then okay, fine. If it was an 8 month relationship that was semi-serious, it's probably getting to the point now where you probably don't have a great chance of getting her back. Certainly, I've seen tons of my clients get their ex back after a year or more, but 8 months is a long time to be with somebody else. If they have just broken up, basically that is an opportunity for you to take advantage of. You can essentially use the situation, the heartache that she's probably feeling right now after that breakup, to basically get your way in there and offer her a way out from that heartache by sort of presenting yourself. But you really don't want to actively make your intentions known to her. So don't go out and say, hey, I just heard you broke up. Do you want to get back together with me? You want to be a lot more subtle, but maybe you can just start contacting her again. Send her an inside joke, a shared memory, happy shared memory from when you guys were together, to sort of spark the interest and the feelings of romance that she had for you back then, and see if she'll take the bait. And if she does want to sort of quash the heartache and the pain that she's feeling after that recent breakup by getting back together with you. So like I said, there is probably a decent chance that it may not work out, so be ready for that. But, try to reestablish contact with something fun, a shared memory, something like that, and sort of rebuild it from there and feel it out, see how she responds. Hopefully that helps. All right, next question. Somebody likes my lava lamp. Thank you, Jess S. I appreciate that. She says, your lava lamp is so awesome, haha. Thank you, that was a $20 purchase that I'm very pleased with. And she says, I'm just wondering what it means if your ex sends you a text in the no contact period to say they miss you. My ex-boyfriend broke up with me like 6 weeks ago maybe, and I'm on day 20 of no contact, and this is the first time he contacted me, so what should I say back to him? Good job applying the no contact. It sounds like you're in a pretty good situation. It's great that he's sending, that text message. That happens a lot. 20 days is even kind of longer than average. A lot of times people will, sort of cave in a lot earlier after a week or something of no contact. In this case, I think it's a great sign. Be careful not to read too much into it. And I would not respond at all. That would be my suggestion. And wait and see if he says it again or sends you something else. Otherwise, I would just stick to the no contact completely. You really want to, it's a very powerful message when he says, I miss you, and you say nothing. And then when you finally do reach out to him again, it's going to be a lot more meaningful because he's been having to wait, 30 days and you just didn't get back to him the last time he tried. If he tries again, wait 6 hours, then send something back, but don't play into the miss you stuff. Just say like, yeah, I'd love to catch up with you again soon too. Hope you're doing well. I've been super busy since the breakup. Talk to you soon. Something like that, and then continue with the no contact because you really want to stick to the full 30 days unless you have a very good reason not to. And like I think I've said already, guys, if you want my opinion on your situation, you want to know if no contact is right, if you should do a limited one, or what the messages your ex is sending you mean, breakupbrad.com/coaching. I have a couple slots available right now, but I do have a limited number. Super busy, so I can't take on any more than 55. So grab a spot now if you want my personal assessment of your situation and my help on an ongoing basis while you get your ex back. All right, next question. Let's go with this one here from Eric Gilbert. Eric says, I cheated on my girlfriend. She still loves me and wants to be with me. How can I make this work and make it up to her? Well, Eric, you're kind of lucky, to be honest with you, that your girlfriend is still wanting to be with you even after you cheated on her. Obviously, probably don't do that again. It doesn't usually work well and do a lot of favors for your relationships. I would apologize again and make it clear that it won't happen again, just to give her the assurance that if you guys get back together, work things out, that you're going to be different and you're not going to have problems with cheating again in the future. So that's definitely a key thing. As far as how do you make it work and make it up to her, I don't think you really need to go out of your way other than making one sincere apology, like I mentioned earlier, to another question. And really, you say she still loves you and wants to be with you, so, really that's all there is to it. You can say, yes, I would like that too, but rest assured that I will not make the same mistake and cheat on you again, something like that. Otherwise, just go back into the relationship, show her a good time, have fun, don't focus on the cheating. If she does want to talk about it, she wants details, you can say, I'm not sure that's a good idea for me to provide those details, but if she insists, give them anyway. She has a right to know what went on. But try your best just to have fun together and to let that all go in the past. And, really a lot of the time, sometimes the key is just to sort of move on from these dramas and have some more fun together, have good shared times together, and that will just sort of let those negative, dramatic things that have happened in the past sort of disappear and fade away, and you'll rebuild the attraction so that kind of stuff won't matter that much anymore, and it certainly won't be a deal breaker for your partner. So thank you for that question. Oh wow, that's an awesome testimonial. Thank you, Grand Pines 323. I'm not sure your real name, but apparently you were a coaching client of mine in the past. Thank you very much. And Grand Pines 323 says, thank you for your coaching. We are back together. We've renewed our wedding vows and doing awesome, even though our divorce before I talked to you or worked with you was almost finalized. That is fantastic, Grand Pines. Congratulations, and I'm glad I was able to help. Love saving a marriage. That's awesome. Congrats. Okay, let's see if we got another one here. Okay, so Eve Pierre. Hi, Brad. I've tried to implement the no contact rule, but my ex calls and texts frequently saying we're just friends. How can I use these calls to get her back? Well, you can not answer them, or you can keep them super short and positive and make it clear on those calls that you are living the dream. You've been doing a ton of cool stuff and making friends since the breakup, and basically just cut the calls short. Make it seem like you're so busy and so important, and you've got tons of great things going on, so you don't have time to talk to her on the phone for a long time. The reason you want to do that, I mean, if you guys have read my program or watched the full presentation on my website, you'll know that really you want to basically make it clear to your ex that you're moving on to bigger and better things, and that if they don't act soon to get you back, if they don't, smarten up and change their mind about the breakup, you're going to be moving on to other stuff, basically. So my recommendation is not to answer every time, to be busy, at least for some of the times she calls or texts. If you do need to text back because she's asked you a question or something, wait 6 hours. Don't respond to the ones that are not critical, and make it clear that you're not going to be there for her as a friend unless she decides to get back together in a relationship, because really you don't want to be friends. You want to be in a relationship, I assume. And so being friends with her and answering all those messages and calls every time she wants to talk to you is basically just giving her the best of the relationship without having to be in a relationship with you. So you want to sort of give her the choice, be in a relationship with me or lose me altogether from your life. Awesome, good question. Oh, this is a good one actually, because I get this all the time. Summer Breeze says, I have my ex's laptop, but I'm scared to give it back because I feel like once I give it back to her, she will be gone for good. What should I do? Thank you, Summer Breeze. Good question. If she wants her laptop back, she might need it, right? So you kind of got to give it to her. You can use the exchange of the laptop as an excuse to, flirt, show her a good time, remind her you're still awesome, that kind of thing. I wouldn't, unless if you're still in the no contact period, you maybe would be better off just saying, I left it on my kitchen counter, the key's still under the mat, go grab it anytime you want to stop by, and then you can just avoid interactions. Otherwise, I would use the opportunity, giving the time you meet to give her laptop back, as an opportunity to build attraction and flirt and that kind of thing. But yeah, you don't really, if you've got something important of your ex's, a belonging or whatever, like a laptop, you got to give it back, right? You don't want to sort of cause any conflict or drama by sort of, dodging that. So thank you for the question. Mohammed says, I'm signing up for your coaching. Can't wait. Thank you, Mohammed. I guess we have one last spot available right now. So if you want to get one of my last spots, breakupbrad.com/coaching. That's a monthly subscription service, by the way, guys. So if you don't want to pay more than for 1 month, you can just sign up, cancel right away. You'll get a full month of coaching with me, and then you won't get charged again. Let's go on to one here from, so Wakar, sorry if I'm saying this wrong. Wakar Bhatti says, is it too late to use no contact after 2 months of begging? No, this is the perfect time. You want to use no contact for sure if you've already been pleading, begging, making mistakes like that. You probably also want to send my clean slate template message. It's basically a message that is designed to cause your ex to basically forget or to undo some of the mistakes you've done, such as begging and pleading. And so Wakar says, my relationship was 4 years long and she broke up due to heavy fights. Well, if you've been begging for 2 months, then you need to use no contact right now. So I would start at least a month of not talking to her, probably more. You want to really let her sort of let go of some of those negative memories of the fighting and that kind of thing. So no, it's not too late, Wakar, and definitely use no contact starting now, and probably for even longer than 30 days would be my recommendation. Okay, so let's see if I can find another one here. Reaction OG. What's the number one secret to getting an ex to fall back in love with you, even if she doesn't have much feelings for you right now? Well, the number one secret is to go to breakupbrad.com and watch my free video, because that's the best place to start, because then you're going to know what not to do, which is really important in this situation. And I mean, I'm sorry, that's kind of a broad question, so that's my best answer. Go to Breakup Brad, watch my full video if you haven't, it's free. And follow the advice that is in that video and in my program and on my YouTube channel here. And sign up for coaching if you need one-on-one guidance. Otherwise, stick to the strategies in the program and in the video on my website, breakupbrad.com. Okay, let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, this is a very flattering one. Thank you, Mike. Brad, you're a genius, man. I don't know about that, but thank you. I came on here to thank you for your advice. Your program and videos are the reason I was able to get back together with my ex-girlfriend, dude. Let me know if you're ever in DC, and I'll buy you a beer. I would love to go to DC And now if I have a beer waiting, Mike, perhaps I will. Congratulations, and I'm glad I was able to help. And thank you for coming on just to share that. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Probably going to do another couple of questions, guys. It is about 600 degrees here in this room, so I'm not sure how much longer I can last. And like I said, if you guys do ask a question, I don't get to it, please come back, leave it in the comments below this video. There's going to be a recorded version on my channel. Find it, leave your comment, and within a couple days, I will read them all and do my absolute best to get back to you. And if you guys can leave really short messages here in this chat and short and to the point, as well as below the video, that will help me and make it more likely that I can answer yours. Okay, let's go to one from Brandon Malone. Brandon, what's up, man? He says, can you do the no contact rule to a spouse? Even if we have a kid, what do I do? That's a great question, and it's one that I get a lot from people in more serious relationships who still live together with their ex after and they want to apply no contact. Or in your case, I mean, you're married. You probably want to check out my video, marriageguy.com, because I basically talk about how to stop a divorce, how to get your spouse back. Marriageguy.com, you can watch my free video and learn more about that. The general answer, though, is the same, and that is you need to sort of do a modified no contact, sort of a limited no contact, and essentially you want to limit the non-essential contact. So, you know, if your wife needs to talk to you about who's going to pick up the kids from soccer after work, you kind of have to break no contact, because you need to be a parent, and you don't want to cause any conflict by ignoring her or just not answering that question, those kinds of things. Aside from that, the only interactions you want to really have, ideally, are positive ones. So if you run into your wife in the kitchen while she's making dinner and whatever, you're there, you have to talk to her, then make sure you use those interactions, that time that you are forced to spend together and interact, for positive, fun times rather than more drama, more fights. Really, you just want to make it clear that hey, when we spend time together, it can be awesome. It used to be awesome, and it can be awesome still. Here's a reminder, and the way you're going to remind her is by making sure that those interactions when you see her are positive and fun for her. So, thank you. That's a good question, and I hope that helps. Another testimonial. I love these testimonials, guys. Thank you. Keep them coming. HD, I have the X Factor guide, and it works like a charm. I'm telling you all this man is legit. Thank you. I appreciate it. I am legit because I'm on camera here in front of you guys. But thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm glad the program helped. And like I said, guys, grab your copy risk-free, breakupbrad.com. And if you don't want to watch my free video, you just want to get a copy of the program, breakupbrad.com/buy. But I do recommend the video because it's got some good free info in there. So even if you don't want to buy, check out the video at breakupbrad.com. All right, let's do a couple more here. How about one from Cindy Brad? Great last name. Is it okay to give birthday surprise to your ex after the no contact? I suppose that depends what you mean by surprise. If you mean like surprise party, as in like we'll be waiting at her house with a bunch of friends when she comes home, no, I wouldn't suggest that. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't suggest anything extravagant other than, hey, happy birthday, and call her, give her a card, whatever. If you're done the no contact, you've started talking again, then that's okay. But really, I mean, I wouldn't do anything extravagant unless you're really basically back together already. Otherwise, I would stick to just, a positive, fun, happy birthday message, maybe a card, a gift if you really feel you have to, but otherwise I would keep it really casual. Don't go overboard. Let's see here. I think I'm going to do 3 more, guys. And then we'll call it. And I appreciate you guys coming on here. I do appreciate your time. And I hope that some of you guys are getting some good advice from these answers. Okay, Leo says, Brad, does no contact work more than once? I've implemented it before and it worked like a charm. Will it work again? Probably. Yeah, I mean, it's almost always going to be your best option, no contact, because really you need to give her that cold turkey realization of what life is like without you. You need to give her time to forget about the negative stuff in your relationship. So I would use it again. Will it work as well? I mean, it really depends on your ex and whether she sort of catches on to your strategy. If she doesn't know you want her back, if it's been a long time since that original breakup when you first used it, it should probably work fine. So yeah, that's my recommendation. If you need a more thorough answer based on your actual detailed situation, your scenario, breakupbrad.com/coaching, and we will work on that together. Okay. Hey, Brad, can I talk to you on Facebook? I would love to have you guys is following me on my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/bbrowning. And if you do want to win that 3 months of free coaching that I'm going to give away right after this call to anyone who's asked a question and has liked my or subscribed to my Facebook page right there and my YouTube channel, that's the URL, facebook.com/bbrowning. And you can message me on there. It's got all my contact details. So yes, you can talk to me on Facebook, facebook.com/bbrowning. And check that out 5 minutes after we end this call and to see if you won the 3 months of free coaching. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and like that page first. All right. I think I said I was going to do 3 more, so that's 2 more now. Let's go with one here. We broke up because, Rachel Jones, we broke up because he couldn't commit to a long-distance relationship as he's moving away. What do I do? I'm really glad you asked this, Rachel, because this is something that I deal with my coaching clients every single day. And that is that, now I don't want to be rude here, but you say that he's moving away, and that's the reason that he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you. I would say you don't really know that's true, because often what happens, and this is probably 8 times out of 10, your ex is going to say one thing as the sort of reason why they want to break up with you, and it's either false, it's not true, for a number of different reasons they may do that, or it's just part of the truth, and there may be other reasons beyond that. And the reality is, if your ex is attracted to you strongly enough, if you've built enough attraction that your ex sort of feels like they can't live without you, then that won't matter. Distance won't matter. Other people involved won't matter. Disapproving parents, friends, whatever. None of that stuff matters if the strength of their sort of feelings of attraction to you are sufficient. So maybe it is because he's moving away. I mean, I'm sure that obviously is a real problem, especially if he's moving a long way away. But don't get fixated on that as the actual only reason why he's not wanting to stay together. Certainly it may be part of it, but at the same time, if you've built enough attraction, if he really feels like you are the right girl for him, then that'll overpower those sort of more practical, realistic concerns such as the distance between you. So what I would do, my suggestion is, if he hasn't left yet, use the remaining time to show him a good time, build attraction, be sure you flirt, be positive, be upbeat, have fun together. If he's already gone, you know what, follow the strategies in my program is probably the best advice I can give you here on this call without getting into detail. Long distance situations are tough, but it sounds like you guys were together at least previously, if not still, before he moves away. So check out my website, breakup.com, watch the video, and I think I have a YouTube video here on long distance relationships as well and what to do in that situation. So you can check that out, just search my channel. So thank you for that question. And we're going to go with one last one. Sorry to anyone who I haven't answered. As I said, leave them in the comments section below this recorded video, and I will get back to you within a few days, all of you, or I'll try. Okay, so let's see here. How do I confront, Robert McCloskey says, how do I confront my girlfriend who is cheating in the easiest way possible? Well, that's tough. I'm sorry, Robert. That's a shitty situation. Pardon my language, but it's tough. I know. I'm assuming because you're asking this question, you want to stay together with this girl who's cheating on you. The first thing I think you really need to do is make sure that you're self-respecting. Really, basically, make sure that you are wanting to stay in a relationship with this girl, even though she's cheated on you. Maybe she stopped. Maybe she said sorry. In which case, great. Then you just need to move on, and really, it's up to you to sort of say. Well, I guess you haven't. I'm sorry. Mike, you deleted my question. Sorry, my video man, Mike here, he's awesome, but he's deleted the question you just asked. Oh, there it is. Okay, he's got it back. All right. I like you again, Mike. He says, how do I confront my girlfriend who is cheating? So I assume he knows. She doesn't know he knows. So Robert, yeah, that sucks. I think really you got to be upfront, man. You just sort of got to basically say it. You want to keep things as civilized as you possibly can. You don't want tears, screaming, throwing things across the room. So I suggest, you sit down with her and say, listen, I know that, there's other things going on. You've been with other guys, and I just want to tell you how that makes me feel, and basically get your feelings out there in a very adult, mature way. And like I said, you do want to think about whether you want to stay with her, or at least be sure that you really do, and that she's not going to do it again. Because if she is, then you're just causing yourself more pain down the road. You also want to be certain that you're right? So don't accuse her of cheating unless you're absolutely certain. because really there's no quicker way to destroy a relationship than to accuse your partner of cheating when they haven't. And you really don't want to be the clingy, jealous, overbearing partner. But if you are certain, then like I said, mature adult way, try to keep it civilized and make it clear how you feel and what it makes you feel when you found out that she's cheating on you. So that sucks, sorry, and I hope that helps. All right, I'm going to go with one last one here because Timothy says, Brad, you're the man. No, Timothy, you're the man. You give people hope and help to reconcile and better themselves. Thank you, Timothy. I appreciate that. And I hope that I have helped you guys on this video here. If I didn't get to your question, I'm really sorry. Thank you so much for submitting them all, guys, though. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you at breakupbrad.com. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have another video out next week, if not sooner. And I'm also going to do another one of these calls soon. But if you didn't get your question answered here, leave them in the comments below. And if you want to talk to me, work with me one-on-one on an ongoing basis, help you through your situation, breakupbrad.com/coaching is the URL. And I'm going to end this video in a second here, guys. And then in 5 minutes time, on my Facebook page, facebook.com/bbrowning, I will announce the name of whoever has won the 3 months of free coaching. And all you have to do to be eligible is post a question in the chat, like my Facebook page, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then I'll post the name of the winner on the Facebook page in 5 minutes time, and you can reach out to me and I will hook you up with coaching and we'll talk. So thanks again, guys. I really appreciate you watching. It's been awesome, and I hope to do this again soon, and I look forward to all your questions in the comments below. The recorded version should be up in, 6 to 8 hours, probably, Mike. Awesome. All right, thanks a lot for watching, guys. We will see you next time.